Duramax Tuners Stealth DT44 drop-in replacement turbo for the 2.8 liter found in the Colorado Canyon has been available for pre-sale as of this week, actually last week. I was able to get one ahead of time. It's actually not even arrived yet, but I've already torn in my truck. This turbo is for, it works with stock, completely stock, tuned trucks all the way up to your standard DSP-4 tunes, and then if you want to push it further with an upgraded map sensor, you can make some tuner revisions and take advantage of the turbo. The number thrown around right now is 275 horsepower, 550 foot-pounds of torque at the wheels. I've already started tearing into the truck. The biggest pain in the ass so far has been the heat shield. That rear bolt towards the firewall is a royal pain in the ass to get out. Other than that, disconnecting a few sensors, getting the heat shield off, getting the actuator off. You will need to reuse your actuator, but this upgrade turbo does not come with one. I've soaked the carb bolts, at least the two top ones. I'm going to try to yank the studs and try to slide the turbo out horizontally without taking off the manifold if I can avoid it, but if worst case, this kit comes with new gaskets. If you order the gasket set, there's a manifold gasket in there, so you should have no issues there. So after fighting with the manifold for about an hour, I finally got the stock turbocharger out. Stock turbocharger on your left. Stock compressor wheel, now that we got them facing us. Stock compressor wheel has a 37mm inducer, 52mm exducer. The DT44 on the right has a 43mm inducer and a 62mm exducer. A little bit harder to see the turbine on the stock turbo because it's so filthy, but the stock turbine has a 41mm inducer, 36mm exducer, and the DT44 has a 46.5mm inducer and 40mm exducer on the turbine side. I'm wearing a different shirt, which means it's a different day. Worked on the truck for about 6 hours yesterday. Wasted a lot of time trying to get the turbo off the manifold with the manifold still attached to the head. Here's your Super Tech tip of the week. Just rip the manifold straight off the head, and then once the manifold turbo is off as a unit, you can go ahead and swap the turbo, swap the lines. Took care of all that yesterday, came back this morning to button up the manifold, got everything torqued up, got the actuator, the new actuator installed, got the DOC reattached, got some miscellaneous sensors to plug in. 3 important things that you must do. You must do this on a fresh oil change. You must pre-lube the turbocharger. They give you a nice little syringe to fill the turbocharger while spinning the compressor. And last but not least, you got to boost test the truck. I went ahead and bought their boost test kit. You don't have to use theirs. You can use anybody's. You can make your own. Need to boost test it. It's a shame if you went through all the work of putting this together and the car or the truck runs like shit because it's got a boost leak. So. Guys, this is the part in the video where those other truck vloggers who just ramble in front of a selfie stick for a half hour ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not going to ask you to do that. It's kind of cheesy, and half these shots are out of focus anyways. But I do want you to do, go over to Facebook, find the 3-liter Duramax pages, and remind them that the 2.8 liter has tuning support and aftermarket turbos. They get really mad when you do this, but it is a lot of fun. It's been about 10 days or so since the last segments were filmed. Been working on some stuff with the truck, putting some miles on it. Since then, Duramax Tuner has posted a great video for those who are looking at purchasing or have already purchased the DT44. It has a lot more information than what I've included here. It's a better watch, it's more entertaining. Go check that out, there's more information in there. Just to wrap it up, some final thoughts. I was having an issue when putting the manifold back on with some of the bolts. They're getting tighter as you ran the bolts in. So, to avoid cross-threading or stripping the head, I went out and got a tap, chased all the threads, and bolts went in like butter. So, keep that in mind. If you got some issue with your bolts, you run in tight, just run a tap through them and it'll be good. I got the map sensor from Duramax tuner installed in the truck. I have a tune revision flash in the truck. Overall impressions, or I should say first impressions, is this turbocharger is very strong. It spools up damn near like stock, if not quicker than stock. The mid-range is super strong and it pulls hard up top even without a tune revision. So overall great impressions. I want to put some more miles in the truck and do a follow-up video in the future, maybe weeks, maybe months, depending on how long that takes. But so far, thumbs up. I want to give a special thank you to whoever runs Duramax Tuners social media. I know I've been bombarding like pretty much every post with 2.8 related comments over the past, it's not even months, it's years. You guys are troopers. Sean Lynn for the same. I know I've bothered him a lot, and of course Nick Pregnitz for some of the stuff behind the scenes. Real MVP. So thank you all for watching. Like I said, in a future video we'll do a more in-depth review or a long-term review, but until then, stay breezy. It definitely pulls hard up top. Good God. Coming from stock to tune only to tune revisions on this DT44 is night and day. That's like, oh, 30-40% throttle, and it's just moving. In case you're wondering what's on the banks on the left, I know it's probably out of focus, but top number is boost, middle number is EGR11, and the bottom PID is vane position. The cops are out today. They want to be on video.